The Tipping Point with Mike Tipton is brought to you by Dubby. What is Dubby? Dubby is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like those other energy drinks have. They also have no maltodextrin fillers and don't use artificial dyes. Dubby contains vitamins, amino acids, a nootropic, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. Dubby's products are made in the USA in an FDA-inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP manufacturing guidelines. All of the flavors are unique and custom-made by Dubby, and you'll never taste our taste anywhere else. The best part about it is they're affordable. Dubby's drinks come out to about $1 per drink, much cheaper than Starbucks or any of those canned energy drinks. To learn more, visit w.gg.com/discount/MRTipton33 and place your order today. Use promo code MrTipton33 and save today. Dubby Energy, be better. What's going on, everybody? I want to tell you about my new friends over at Cleverman. Visit them online at becleverman.com. What they gave me was the energizing face and beard scrub along with the Cleverman face scrubber. And trust me when I say this, the energizing face and beard scrub smells amazing. Combining it with the face scrubber, making sure that your boy was looking as good and as sexy as possible, opened up a whole different sensation in my face that I haven't ever felt before. I felt so clean, so fresh, and so clean, like Outcast said, and it helped me feel like I was ready for my day. Make sure you visit them online at becleverman.com and follow them on Instagram at clevermannyc. The link is up in my bio if you want to check out all the amazing products they have. Visit them online, becleverman.com. What's going on, everybody? It is time for the Tipping Point with Mike Tipton, hanging out with my guy Augustine, who's just chilling in the car right now in what has to be the worst place on earth.
It's actually nice because I have you in stereo, and your voice comes out better.
Oh, that one I know for sure. That one I definitely.
Oh, no, stop it, just stop it, please.
Our guy Tommy Carranza says, "What's up, Tip? What's up, Tommy? Hope that you're having a great day today. I know your Dallas Mavericks are in the news once again for a weird trade that went down today."
What, did they trade Luka? Sorry, had to do it.
The huge they got for Luka Doncic, they just traded away for basically nothing, and it's got to be sad to be a Dallas Mavericks fan. Maybe we talk about that another time because we got the Super Bowl coming up.
The what? Can we say those two words together?
I just thought about that. No, it is the big game this year. It is the big game.
The humongous game. The huge. Never been like anything like before, or what? I don't know.
I know that there's a bowl that's kind of super.
Can we even say that too?
A tremendous carafe.
You know, I remember when the Super Bowl used to be fun. I mean, the big game.
Okay, what do you mean by it used to be fun?
When people used to have, big game parties and stuff like that you could go crazy with those two words, just, not just, it's gotten to the point where it's getting ridiculous, just like what they did to the Pro Bowl. I didn't watch any of the Pro Bowl or Pro Weekend or Pro Semi-Pro or whatever now it is, because, I mean, it's like it's like watching grown babies laugh at each other, and I'm all for that, but allegedly these are prime athletes. They don't look like prime athletes at all.
I tend to agree with you on like the Pro Bowl aspect of things, right? Like especially the Pro Bowl, because it used to be something that I think people kind of cared about, right? Like you're an all-star, you get to do these things, whatever it may be. But now it's just okay, well, you're an all-star, and it's because nobody cares about all-star games anymore. Right? Like
Shador Sanders is an all-star.
Joe Flacco.
Yeah, Jose Delgado. That's his name now.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I laughed. I probably laughed a little too hard at that one. But no, like
yeah, you did.
I just it feels like people don't care. Like especially the athletes, they don't care. They don't care.
Sorry. Hey. I'm actually just and question Tipton, and this is for all you your dads, moms that pick up their sons from everything. My son ran cross country, then he played varsity basketball. Now he told me he wanted track.
Like what kind of track?
Track and field.
Distance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like distance run. I'm cool with that. Uh-oh. It feels like August is a frozen spot right there. We have a frozen August, and now he's back.
Because he spoke, he's not allowed to speak during the show because he knows he isn't a primetime athlete yet like us.
Yeah, as soon as I beat you.
Ooh, he got you. Got his ass.
Well, he wants to beat me at something, but he can beat me at like checkers or something maybe.
There we go.
Chubby checker. But
yesterday was the first time I watched the Pro Bowl. My mind was blown when I saw Jalen and Dax on the same side throwing the ball. I mean, that's what I like about the Pro Bowl and like skills competitions and stuff like that. Is like you see the best of the best, and then you also see Shador Sanders, right? Like it's one of those things of like it used to be so much fun, and like I used to look forward to it, and I still like I get nostalgic, right? My birthday's around NBA All-Star Weekend, so I always watch NBA All-Star Weekend. I'm a big fan still of like the home run derby. I don't care so much about the MLB All-Star Game. But at least the MLB All-Star Game has some sort of merit. I mean, whoever wins gets home field advantage for the World Series or something like that. Yeah, so it's a little more competitive.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a last rounder and you made the All-Star, I mean, last place player on the last place team, and you made the All-Star Game. Granted, you don't care, but I mean, there's something riding on that game, and that's important. In the semi-Pro Bowl, they got nothing. It's just, I would rather watch, your Sunday show anytime rather than that thing.
Ashley saying, I don't know what the play was, talking about Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott being on the field at the same time, but they were both on the field during the flag football game. I guess that's like the fun part of it, right? Like if you got to be there, you might as well have as much fun as you can.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, I remember the times that even during the Pro Bowl, players hated each other. Sure. They honestly hated each other.
Well, I mean, I think that goes a lot with like now, right? And we're going to sound like a couple of old guys. I guess we are. But like they just don't have that mentality that we had back in the day of like it's us against the world. Like our team is trying to prove everybody wrong. Like that type of mentality. Like athletes just don't have that anymore. And the rare ones that do are like the Victor Wembanyama's, where you see like something happened to Victor Wembanyama in 2018, and he's still holding on to that right now.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what sports should be. Sports is the ultimate competition, and all this buddy stuff, all this Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts, but being buddy on the sideline, just they can both kiss my butt.
Wow.
Because that you cannot be, if you're an Eagle and if you're a Cowboy and you're out there in the at the Blue Oyster, you still cannot be buddies.
I guess that's the thing, right? Like wrestling was really good at this back in the day with like the kayfabe, right? Like the heels always rode with the heels. We knew what the story was, and like it was always bad guys versus good guys. Bad guys always hung out. Good guys never hung out together. And as we got older, we kind of realized, especially with the internet, oh, these guys don't hate each other the way that we were told that they hate each other. I feel like that's the same thing with like sports now, right? Like obviously, there are some people out there that genuinely do not like one another. Dylan Brooks.
I mean, Ray Lewis hated everybody.
What was that?
Ray Lewis hated everybody.
Michael Jordan hated it. Like Michael Jordan would make stuff up about people because he just needed to be a little more competitive or whatever, right? Like we just don't have that. And like Ashley says here, facts, guys now show respect and trade jerseys. It's bananas. I think that's the crazy thing too, is like you'll see whenever they have like those mic'd up segments on like some of the sports shows, there'll be like a player going up against like Myles Garrett or something like that. And he'll be like, oh man, like, hey, that was a great block or whatever. Can I get your jersey after the game? Like, I would have never thought about that.
Yeah, I mean that's no. I'm sorry. That shouldn't be a part of of sports to a degree. I mean, if you want to do it backstage and all that, that's all fine, good, and dandy. But when you're out there in the field, I mean, they're your enemy, dude. They're your sworn enemy, and all this, kissy stuff. That's got to end. That has to end.
I just don't know how you put the toothpaste back in the tube. You know what I mean? Like it's already out. How do you go back and save it? How do you do any of this other stuff? To me, it's just I feel like we're in this world now. We just gotta like. To me, it's okay to be friendly with people, as long as it doesn't impact the play, right? Like whatever you're doing on the field. But I feel like if you are super friendly with these people, like you look at what happened with this year with the Cowboys and Micah Parsons and with Trayvon Diggs, right? Micah Parsons gets traded. Trayvon Diggs is his best friend. And then all of a sudden, Trayvon Diggs is like, oh, I don't want to be in Dallas anymore. Despite the fact they gave me $95 million, I don't want to be in Dallas anymore, right? Like it's just one of those things. I feel like it's starting to become a lot more that way. Like what was it, a couple of years ago? Yeah, last year, as a matter of fact. Whenever C.J. Stroud threw the ball over to Tank Dell, and Tank Dell blows out his ACL, and C.J. Stroud is like on the sideline, inconsolable. I get that that's your teammate, but come on, dude. Like you still have, like you have 52 other teammates out there that are relying on you to be a cold-hearted killer, and all of a sudden you're sitting on the sideline crying, and like you can't even get in the game or get ready for the game because somebody tore an ACL. I get it. It sucks. I've torn an ACL. I've ruptured my ACL. But
both ACLs. You ruptured both ACLs.
I tore my right one. I ruptured my left one. I was not made for sport, but somehow I still played.
Good thing good thing you got that pretty face.
Oh, 100%.
Even my son is laughing at that. That's bad. That is bad.
That was real bad. But like again, man, like it's just a torn ACL. Professional athlete's going to come back in a year or so and be fine. You shouldn't be that way on the field. Like get out there on the field, do your thing, handle business, then be friends afterwards. But I cannot trust now that these guys are giving it their all. And like I spoke about this yesterday on Ashley's show, talking about it with Ashley, because we did like a little recap of some stuff. Athletes get paid way too much money for them to not care the way that fans should want them to care. But fans also don't give as much money as they think they do. It's just one of those things, right? Like it's a double-edged sword, and I don't know what the right way of handling business is.
Are you talking about UTEP fans mostly? What? That's very local, guys, but that's the typical UTEP fan here in the Sun City and on the borderland. Just because you're a season ticket holder, which, by the way, was only like $70, you think you have a right over the players. and then that's hilarious to me. Unless you have a box seat somewhere that cost that was like $1,500,000 for the whole season, maybe you can say something. But other than that, I mean, fans, but we expect at least professional athletes to care to a certain point, because at the same time, without the fans, who watches these games? What advertisers are going to go? Oh, the Bulls play I don't know, the Supersonics or whatever. Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to put my money in advertising. I mean, nobody's going to watch it. Maybe back in the 80s when it was Sean Kemp and Detlef and the Glove and all that, and people are going, who the hell are those people? But unless you get the fans to care, you get advertisers to put in the money. So I think it's a vicious circle. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's their job not to hate each other. I do know that, but it's their job to absolutely murder everybody on the field.
Yeah, do what you got to do to win that game and make sure you're handling business. Like that's the number one thing. And I'm not saying that the athletes don't do that. It just feels that way, right? Like it just feels like now it's like a conflict of interest. Like it has that feeling to it.
The optics are awful. The optics, it's like if my name or if El Paso was involved in the Epstein files, the optics would be awful. But but I mean, it's all about optics, especially in a league that has so much to do with public relations and so much to do with the reception of who these players are.
I feel like we need to redact that. I agree with you, man. Like all the optics, like it's all about that stuff. But like, I feel like maybe they're professional enough to move past it, do what they've got to do. Especially like you look at this year, right? Like Dak Prescott being the one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I don't know how he wasn't nominated for Offensive Player of the Year, but that's a different thing. He led the league in passing. What are you making that face for? Second in touchdown. He was top in every category.
I'm just checking where I'm at because I heard Dak Prescott Offensive Player of the Year, and they didn't make the playoffs, and they haven't. And this guy has cowboy caps, so don't get me started, please.
It's just
here's the thing.
House Cowboys.
No, I mean I understand Dak is a great quarterback and all this and that. Yes, he's a great guy. Yes, he's done a lot of things for the Cowboys. Sorry, I couldn't get, but to be the Offensive Player of the Year or anything like that, at least make the playoffs. If you're not in the playoffs, you can't have any honors. I mean, yeah, you can have a great year and everything, but still,
What about it's the year though? Because like he goes out, he does all this stuff. Look at the stats he put up, and compare that to like Christian McCaffrey. He had a hell of a season.
No, I'm not saying that Dak Prescott isn't a stat machine and fantasy players best friend during fantasy season, but come on, man, win.
I mean, yeah,
win.
I cannot argue with that. Whenever the whole argument is like, have you won? And the answer to that is no. It's kind of hard to argue against that.
No, but not just win. I mean, the thing is, at least with Dak Prescott, and anybody correct me if I'm wrong, he's remembered a lot of times for those those big mistakes he's had. It's not like John Elway when he had the drive. It's still remembered as the drive, or Dan the Man Marino, or Tom Brady clutched Brady,
I gotta stop you right there. How dare we talk about, oh, this guy hasn't won anything, and then invoke the name of Dan Marino. What the hell did Dan Marino do?
Hey, he at least went to a Super Bowl.
His second year in the league, and then never got anywhere close again.
He is the Dak Prescott before Dak Prescott.
I mean, he made a Super Bowl. Dak hasn't got that done. But
yeah, there you go. You made my point there.
Well, no, like I still feel like you can be great individually and not have like a winning record. Look at what Matt Stafford was in Detroit, right? Like, we all knew Matt Stafford was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. He was just in the worst place on earth.
Oh, when he had Megatron, that was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't even mean that fat travesty or whatever that was. But yeah, I mean, Matt Stafford will be remembered. Now, here's my question to you. Will Matt Stafford be remembered as one of the all-time greats, or does it need next year to win it one more time to be remembered? Because there are a bunch of quarterbacks that have won one Super Bowl.
I mean, when you look at the quarterbacks that have won a Super Bowl, like just singular Super Bowl, so is Aaron Rodgers. So has Brett Favre. We look at them as all-time greats, right? Like that's like if they can be all-time greats with winning one Super Bowl, then hell, so can Matt Stafford. And like I feel like if Matt Stafford were to retire today, he's a surefire first ballot Hall of Fame type of guy. Drew Brees.
Hey, we can't be sure with the voting committee now. We can never be sure.
You must hate everything right now. It's like Belichick not a first ballot, Robert Kraft not a first ballot guy. Tom Brady's going to be eligible in 2 years, and if he's not a first ballot kind of guy, something went terribly wrong.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I mean, whatever you did, you know, personal life, what you did on the field is what counts. And like we've said on this show before, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
And you know as well, though, that I do the stuff that I've done for an extended period of time. I don't like.
Wait, you're cheating our destiny? What? Does she know? Do I have to call her?
No, but
that was a bad segue, Tip. That was a terrible segue.
It was the worst. But
yeah,
the whole aspect of like who gets allowed to be like the gatekeepers of the Hall of Fame, whether it's baseball, basketball, football, whatever. These guys go out there and they vote with a bias, right? Like, oh, this guy wasn't nice to me, therefore I'm going to keep them out of the Hall of Fame, which is just absolutely mind-blowing whenever you look at it from that aspect of things. And,
Pete Rose.
Yeah. I mean, Pete Rose is a little different, right? When you're gambling on the sport, a little different. Lifetime ban, a little different. But he bet on himself. It's not like he was betting against himself. I get it, but it's still not a good look, especially if you saw what happened with Joe Jackson years before, right? Like you knew what the consequences are. They lay it out on all the things. Like even me, in my position that I'm in, I'm not allowed to bet on baseball. Think about that. I'm not allowed to bet on baseball anymore.
Why aren't you allowed to bet on baseball?
Because there might be insider information based off the position that I have where I work now.
Oh, that's right. I completely I forgot, Mr. Executive.
Front office. That's all I am. You imagine this face is like the face of the franchise? No one wants that. Ashley asking, was it Joe Namath? He was allowed in, wasn't he? Not Joe Namath. We weren't talking about Joe Namath. We were talking about Shoeless Joe Jackson. Back in the 1919 Black Sox scandal, Joe Jackson knew that there was betting going on. He didn't bet himself, but he knew there was betting going on. And everyone from that 1919 White Sox team that won the World Series was banished from baseball for life. I'm one of these people, like, I think that's a bit extreme. You can't tell the story of your Hall of Fame if you don't have the greatest players of all time in the Hall of Fame, if you don't have the greatest coaches of all time in the Hall of Fame. Sure, you can talk about Deflategate, Spygate, whatever, The fact of the matter is that was an absolute dynasty that every single one of us knew was absolutely dominating. There has not been a better 20-year run in sports than what we got from the New England Patriots with Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, and Robert Kraft.
This sounds like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah. And if all we're going to do is be like, now we're the morality police. Oh, they cheated in one of these things. Who gives a shit? Like at the end of the day, really, who cares? Who cares that they deflated a football? You know how many teams are still out there putting out like tape or trying to find tape or any way that they can like find a way to get an edge on any team in sports? It's every single team possible. So you cannot just be like, oh, this team is the only team that does it. It's not that way. Because if you're going to say, okay, we don't want this cheating, we don't want any of this nonsense, then you cannot allow anybody from the Philadelphia Eagles with the tush push, because people look at that as cheating, into the Hall of Fame. Like, you just can't.
Yeah, you can't allow Irvin or Emmett Smith or all that, because they were high in cocaine their entire career.
Oh,
I mean, that's cheating. I mean, that's why they were like, so fast and everything. They were just
fast because of cocaine.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Bad example for the kids, people.
And that's the thing too, right? The morality, please. So somebody had asked me the other day. They're like, how would you explain it to your son if they look at you and they say, Dad, I'm hearing about this Bill Belichick guy, and I did some research and I found out that he's dating a 24-year-old girl. And
he's my hero.
And I saw that he has these cheating scandals and stuff like that with the NBA or with the NFL. Like how do you explain that to your kid? And I said to myself,
if he had cheating scandals with the NBA too, that would be my ultimate hero too.
Yeah, he deserves to be in every Hall of Fame. But I told him, I was like, I would tell my kid that that's the game, dude. Like, how are we going to sit here and be like, oh, the Baseball Hall of Fame is so great because they have Ty Cobb? Look up the name Ty Cobb and tell me if you think that's an upstanding human being. He literally killed a man for being black and got away with it. But like, it is a factual statement what I just said right now. He's in a Hall of Fame. Nobody killed anybody that I know of it. Well, never mind.
Ray Lewis.
The New England Patriots, there were some killers there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can't say that name out loud. It's just like Beetlejuice.
What, Chris Benoit? No, wait. Aaron Hernandez. There we go. That's the name we were talking about.
Yeah, it had to be the Mexican. Wow.
What a way to represent us, A.H. Also Abel. There you go. So we can go with that.
Hey, but you're Tipton. Be quiet.
Yeah, there you go. I get to hide behind the name, right? Like, but again, you see the looks I get when people are like, Michael Tipton. I stand up, and they're like, no, Jose, not you. Michael Tipton.
Miguel Tipton. Tipton.
But no, like I said, man, like we cannot be like the morality police here and try to keep someone in the Hall of Fame or out of the Hall of Fame based off of whether or not we like them. Like it's such a chicken shit way of trying to maintain law and order in sports, which is already just a gross place to be.
Yeah, it's like a little joke that I heard. I think it was last week, where Jesus is, scolding people and everything, and because of Mary Magdalene and all that, and then Jesus turns to the crowd and goes, let he who hath not sinned throw the first stone. And you see a little stone going and hit Mary Magdalene. And then all of a sudden Jesus turns, Mom, not you. And that's.
I mean, maybe, right?
Yeah, I mean, and that's probably the only two people, if you believe any of that can actually pass judgment. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and enjoy sports, and that's just a tip.
It's time for
Just a Tip.
That would make me uncomfortable.
Promise that it ain't too much, but just enough. Just a tip.
Just the tip. Just the tip.
It's time for Just the
Just the Tip is brought to you by my friends with www.myhappynuts.com. Go check them out today, guys. www.myhappynuts.com. Let's check out what some of the specials are right now. As a matter of fact, I'll share the screen with you guys so that you can see with me here in real time what the specials are for www.myhappynuts.com that are happening right now. As a matter, look at that. You just log on to the website. You don't even log in. You just click over to the website and you get an additional 20% off just by putting in your email address to to get all the specials sent over to you. You see it right here: sweat, chafe, and odor defense. They got everything you need to make sure that you are looking your absolute best. www.myhappynuts.com. Use promo code Mike Tipton at checkout and save on all of your male grooming needs. Augustine, welcome back. I saw the quick run to the inside the house to get to the computer.
Yep. I was flashed there for a second.
That was the premier athlete. That was the fastest I've seen you move in years.
Hold on. Where's my Gatorade?
He is exhausted now.
Well, but what we were talking about before this, and you're completely right, and I bet you all those who are these people that vote? I mean, do they have skeletons in the what? You're drinking a Dr. Pepper? Oh my goodness! Wow, Dr. Pepper, where it's the pepper for Oliver. Anyway, they just sponsor us, Dr. Pepper. Just we're right here.
I mean, I'm with it. As a matter of fact, that's what I was going to do this year. Like, as you know, I've already got it like a new sponsor, Party Patch. They're sending me some merch right now, so I'm excited that I'm going to be getting that before my birthday comes up, because I guarantee when my birthday happens on Fat Tips Day that it's like your boy's going to be a little extra tipsy, and I might get the first hangover there. So now I got to protect myself from getting this terrible disease. Don't think it's a disease, but maybe.
Who are you drinking with? That's my question now.
Don't ask questions you don't want an answer to.
Hope it's not an
I
island. Anyway,
was like thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to have another elite sponsor joining us. They're going to be coming back. That might be, if you've listened long enough, you know what I mean whenever I say that word, elite. And then I was thinking, okay,
I thought you were talking about me.
I've got to talk to like Dr. Pepper and a couple of other places like that to see what we can do to expand the brand, so to speak.
Expanding the tip.
A little tip expansion never hurt anybody.
Well, yeah. Anyway.
Okay, so I mean, we've spoken a lot about the Pro Bowl. We've spoken a lot about Bill Belichick, everything that's going on with the Hall of Fame. I think you and I are in agreement with, I don't like the way the Hall of Fame is going right now, and it's going to be hard to once again rein it in. Now that you set this precedence, right? I don't think you can have a first ballot Hall of Fame coach because nobody's stats reach that of Bill Belichick. So you're basically just screwed the next guy, right? Like that's what's happened here. Let's go ahead and talk about the big game, Augustine. You said that you were not excited about this. It's not fun. Why?
You mean the Pro Bowl or the big game? Well, especially this year, because I really think that other things have taken precedent of what the game will mean, because now you got, Bad Bunny doing the halftime show, and I think it's great. And for those people that don't know, he is an American citizen. Puerto Rico is part of the United States, just like Canada. No, wait, not yet. But I mean, how many artists from overseas have been to the Super Bowl? I mean, just what I fear that this Super Bowl will bring is this sense of righteousness to a lot of people, and with what's going on with the alternate Super Bowl, it's just too many things, and I just want people to focus on one thing. Focus on the game. focus on what happens. And if you got your girlfriend, your wife, or your gay friend, you know, waiting for that halftime show, let them watch it, and you go outside and put some meat on the grill, and do something else. I think there comes a point in time where we have to put our foot down and just say we want to watch the game. And I don't care if anything of what's surrounding the game. Let me have fun for a couple of hours besides that other stuff.
Well, again, so I don't think I've said this out loud, at least on the show, but the people that are upset about Bad Bunny being the halftime performer are the same people that said they weren't going to watch football whenever Colin Kaepernick was taking his knee, whenever he was doing all this. And obviously, like, they more than likely don't watch football to begin with, right? Like they just wanted to find something to complain about. And the fact that they were given air, like this fire, this little itty bitty spark that they had was given enough air to create whatever size fire this has become, to where they felt so emboldened to be like, we're going to have an all-American halftime show. No, we can't call it that. We can't brand it that way because we're so dumb we didn't realize Puerto Rico was a part of the United States, you fucking morons. But now it's like, oh, okay, well, it's this alternate halftime show. And you're going to dust off the corpse of Kid Rock to have him come out here and do that. Like that. It's not even Kid Rock, it's Meth Rock now. Like, he just looks like a meth head that's going to be out there. And, like, I get it. Like what you like, right? But don't sit here and shit on somebody else's thing that they like, right? There's a ton of people, the people that are like, who's Bad Bunny? The most streamed artist in the world. What rock are you living under where you pretend you don't know who Bad Bunny is, right? Like, it's insanity to be like, oh, I don't know who Taylor Swift is. I've never heard a Taylor Swift song. You are so full of shit and so disingenuous and insecure in who you are as a human being that you can't sit back and be like, you know what? I've heard some Taylor Swift. Me personally, I like a couple of songs, but the rest of it I don't get. Right? Like, I guess I've never been scorned as many times as Taylor Swift has been scorned. I don't get that aspect of it. But I love
you're not a Swiftie?
No, I know it's hard for people to know, right? But, like, I like Bad Bunny. I think Bad Bunny's a hell of a musician, a hell of an artist, right? Because music is an art.
Yeah.
I loved whenever it was Dr. Dre, Snoop, and Eminem. I thought that was an amazing halftime show, but that's because, again, I'm of a certain age group, right?
Yeah, and all you were missing from that halftime show was a drive-by. That's all you were missing to get the full experience.
It would have been that would have been perfect for whenever we grew up.
And for those people that are bashing Bad Bunny, I mean, I understand. I mean, a lot of people don't understand him, and a lot of us Latinos don't understand him either. But you gave Latinos firepower to actually watch the game and support this, because for me, Bad Bunny, yeah, he's a great artist. He's got his, but all he does is that's what he does, and he made this great public relations, and what he does in Puerto Rico with his money. If you can read what he does, even if you hate his music, you're gonna love the guy. You're absolutely going to love the guy because he spent more. I think it's more than $100 million in Puerto Rico's economy. I mean, if you don't know that, that's a big rock you have been living under. And the way he just presents himself, and all you people saying I've never seen him, well, you've seen him in a huge movie with Adam Sandler. Be the caddy.
Well, I mean, to me, there's no way. Right? Like, even with me and the rock that I live in, and sometimes like the echo chamber of things that I live in, I had a tiny understanding of who Charlie Kirk was. Right? And that is as far diametrically opposed ideologically as you can possibly be to somebody like me. Right? Like, completely on the other end of the spectrum. And even I knew who this person was because it came through from time to time, right? Like, it's going to go out there and slip and do all this stuff. But again, I was happy with like some of the halftime performances I've been able to see in my lifetime. I was not a fan of Maroon 5, and they headlined a halftime show. Did you see people out there being, oh, my God, Maroon 5? How are we going to have Maroon 5 out there? No, of course not. Because you know what they said? If I don't like it, I'm just not going to watch it. And you know what I am going to do if I do watch it? I'm going to sit back and maybe enjoy some. Maybe I will hear something that I do know, right? Like maybe there's that possibility of stuff. But the second you close your mind to something just because one person told you all of a sudden, no, I don't like this. Now all of a sudden, oh, now I can't like it because this guy can't like it. I'm closing myself off to all this stuff. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Ashley over on the Instagram page saying, LOL, songs like Chacaron or any reggaeton is all the same. LOL, you can't understand any of it. You just drink and shake your cheeks. 100%. Like there's no way that you can hear any song in Spanish. Take that back. Walk it back. I don't like to talk in absolutes, right? There's no way that you can hear most songs in Spanish and not say to yourself, damn, that's a dope-ass beat. Like it gets you moving. You start shaking the hips a little bit. You start moving a little bit. Yeah, man. Oh, you start shaking the cheeks just like Augustine did right there. That's going to be on a subscription. All y'all that watch that right now, you got to pay for a subscription. But I mean, give it a shot, man. Just because somebody doesn't like it doesn't mean that you won't or that you can't, right? Like give it a shot. It's music. That's all it is. It's music. Music is so subjective to people. Like when I don't like the Beatles. I think the Beatles are vastly overrated.
Where's Buzz Adams? He might throw a shoe at us right now. or well, anyway.
It took a minute, but yeah.
I saw your brain go,
Hashtag free Buzz.
Hashtag free Buzz. Hashtag Mr. Foster buy all of downtown. Anyway, can't talk about your boss like that. Sorry. No, but you're completely right, Tipton, and that's a sad thing about if this game turns out to be a great game, like a lot of people are saying. It's going to be sad because a lot of times it's going to be remembered as this game that was intertwined with so much political crap that's in the future. I hope it doesn't, whoever wins, be it the Seahawks or be it the Patriots. I just hope all this stuff that's going around just doesn't shake the impact in sports, what this game means to people as far as being a fan of a franchise or whatever. Because if the Patriots win, they're they're already one of the best franchises in the NFL. They will solidify their place as the best franchise in the NFL. I mean, 11 appearances in Super Bowl in the last 30 years. That speaks volumes, and be it, yeah, they kind of, it took them a while to get there, but now they're there, and you have to stand in awe of what Robert Kraft has done. As far as for the Seahawks, you just see what happened. They went Dave Craig, Steve Largent back in the 80s. All of a sudden, they had this downturn. Pete Carroll comes in, revives the entire franchise. And now they're building on that. So I just hope that, everything goes, all the politics get thrown out the window, because sports should not be involved in politics.
I think that's where you and I are going to have a bit of a disagreement, but I want to read this comment first. So Ashley says, it won't, period. People are more loyal to their sports team than anything. Game won't be hurt at all. True fans know what's up. It's the outsiders that don't necessarily know, that are always creating like that noise that's out there. And that was kind of what I was thinking about as well, right? You look at the Hall of Fame thing that happened. Bill Belichick, Robert Kraft not being allowed into the Hall of Fame. It took away from Drew Brees and Larry Fitzgerald, who are surefire Hall of Famers. It took away from their moment, right? I look at this and I see so many fun storylines that are out there, right? Like, Drake May could wind up being one of the youngest quarterbacks in the history of the NFL to win a Super Bowl.
At 23.
The New England Patriots being, a team that everyone was like, oh God, I can't wait for their downfall, to finally dancing on what we thought was their grave, to come out of their grave like a zombie and be in the Super Bowl again is insane to think about, with a guy who made his name as a player for the New England Patriots. Then on the other side, a guy at quarterback that everybody gave up on. Every single person, his parents were probably like, my guy, I've admitted it a bunch of times. His parents were probably like, my guy, just give it up. Like, no one wants to see this anymore. Yeah. There's so many fun storylines that are out there with the NFL, and even like the betting stuff that's out there. Like, how long is the national anthem going to be? What color is a Gatorade going to be when it gets poured on the coach? Like, all that stuff. Like, all those little things that are around there. The NFL season was so good that this is the perfect culmination for what this season was, right? No one expected these two teams, and we finally got what's not your normal run-of-the-mill Super Bowl, right? No one is expecting these teams. This is such a fun thing that we've had a new champion that's coming out here. For it to get overshadowed because of some ignorant bullshit of, oh, well, that guy that's from an American territory isn't an American. Now we got to have a bunch of, nameless people with Kid Rock be our performers at another halftime show. It just shows you that, one, we're not as far along as what we thought we were as a country. Have we taken a huge step back over the last decade? And two, just how easy it is to sidetrack people, right? This is the biggest sporting event in this country by far. And it's being overshadowed by just the dumbest shit of all time. Ashley is saying, LOL, Augustine is all shut up and dribble.
Oh, sorry.
No, talking about you telling players that, sports and politics need to stay apart.
Yeah. And to complement your comment on the biggest, this is the biggest stage for the U.S. and Canada, because they do play Canadian football, and Mexico has a lot of football. And then the U.S. is going to be host to the biggest stage in football,
The biggest game in the world. Like we can say it flat out. Football is the biggest sport in the world by far. And it's going to be here. And that's even being tarnished by the bullshit we've got going on. Yeah,
I mean, Melania's going to win the FIFA Best Actress Award. That already,
She's going to sweep the Academy FIFA Awards.
Yeah, Melania is going to be Best Picture, Best Director, Best everything. And for me, still that is one of the funniest moments in FIFA I have ever seen. To give, he's ended 8 wars. To give him the FIFA Peace Prize. I didn't know such thing existed.
Yeah, it's ridiculous to even say.
And then he goes out and invades Venezuela and tries to invade Greenland, and then confuses Greenland with Iceland. I mean, what is he going to say? El Paso, Chihuahua. So, I mean, get the politics out and let's have some fun.
Yeah, I mean that's the main thing, right? Like let's get back to having some fun. So we'll leave that conversation right there where that is at. I think we're all pretty much on the same page when it comes to this stuff. It should be fun. The Super Bowl, the big game, should be fun. So let's try to focus on the fun part of it. Augustine, who do you think is going to win this game?
I want the Patriots. I want it so bad. I want the Patriots to win, but I'm a realist. 27-17 Seahawks.
See, that's crazy to me, man, because like I look at a bunch of stuff out here. The Seahawks are only a 4.5 point favorite. So it's not like they're projected to go out here and win this game. But I've been hearing so many people be like, oh, this is going to be a blowout. I think both these teams' defenses are too good to have a blowout here, man.
Well, do you think – here's my question. Do you think this is going to be a defensive show? Is it going to be a 2017 game, 17-13? Is it going to be that type of game, Tip?
I feel like it will be. because you have two of the best defenses in the NFL going head to head with each other. If it becomes a shootout, I think that Seattle has more firepower than what New England has. I just believe that way. And I feel like the soft schedule that New England had, and again, you can only play the games that are on your schedule, right?
Yeah.
But that soft schedule is gonna show its head against a team like this. And I also don't think Seattle has played a defense that's as good as what New England's defense is. They create a ton of turnovers, right? They've given up the ball a bunch of times, but they've also got the ball a bunch of times in just this playoff, right? Just this playoff.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I can't see it being like a high-scoring game. I can see it being 21-17, 20-17, 17-13, like anything like that. I can definitely see it being that, but I cannot see it being like 35-30.
You know, the thing is, I think the Seahawks have just one senior running back healthy. That's also a big thing.
Yeah, but I mean, we thought that was going to be an issue against the LA Rams as well, and Kenneth Walker III was just going out there and handling his business. Like that was awesome to see from them. But I'm just that they're so talented on both sides of the ball, like the Seattle Seahawks. Like I think all they have to do is get up by 10 points, and I think they can just coast.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be like that, but I just think Seattle's too much of a team, and I think New England's path was opened up without Lamar, without Joe Burrow, without with Joe Allen being Joe Allen and choking it in the playoffs. The funniest meme I've seen is actually Joe Allen taking off the mask and being Dak Prescott. So that was hilarious to me, But yeah, if my Patriots win, it's going to be a field goal kick, a 52-yard field goal kick with 3 seconds left. If if Seahawks win, it's going to be a 10-point game.
I feel like it's going to be closer than that, just because I feel like these teams are more evenly matched than I think most people are giving them the credit for. But I feel like it's going to be fun. Like I genuinely feel like it's going to be a really fun game to watch, because I don't think both these teams are so overwhelming offensively or defensively that it's going to be such a one-sided game. And those are the best kind of games whenever you can get, two evenly matched teams. And I feel like that's what we've got right now.
Yeah. Oh, I completely agreed. And I think and I think hopefully it's a great game. Hey, Tip, one great basketball game on almost about to tip off. It's your San Antonio Spurs,
yes,
facing the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, I mean they've played each other. I think this is going to be the 5th time this year they've played each other, or I guess the 4th time.
Yeah, it's the 4th time.
And the Spurs won the first 2. No, the Spurs beat them 3 times. This is going to be the 5th time they've played.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, because
the Spurs beat them 3 times in 2 weeks.
Yeah, you're right.
And Oklahoma City came out. They wound up winning the next game that they played. But these teams, again, we talk about matchups and how matchups make everything fun. These two teams are so evenly matched. I still think Oklahoma City is the best team in the NBA, and it's not even close. But San Antonio being the second best team in the NBA, once they get more experience going, because you got to look at what they're led by right now. Wembanyama's only in his 3rd year. Dylan Harper's in his 1st year. Like,
very German of you. You should have been in Inglourious Bastards. You wouldn't have gotten killed in that bar scene.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
What? Go back and watch it, and you'll know.
Okay, I got you. I will do that. I'm sorry to let you down, like I always let you down. But the San Antonio Spurs for me, it's fun, right? As a Spurs fan, it's fun to see they were at the bottom for a while. They're building it back up. They have so much talent on them. They're just such a young team that I don't have expectations of a championship this year. right? And it's the same reason why I didn't think the New England Patriots would make it to a Super Bowl, because I thought they'd be a fun team to watch. They were on the come up, but I thought that they were too young. They've proven me wrong. What did I say?
Nothing. Just go back to the video. You'll hear it.
They're on the come up. Is that what it was? Is that the one that got you?
It's when you use those words.
I have the best words.
No, but the thing is, you're completely right. When a team like that is coming up in the ranks like that with an absolute freak of a player in those ranks, he just makes everybody so much better around him.
And that's the thing. Like, if you're not a basketball fan, like I totally get it. Basketball over the last decade and a half really has dropped the ball on being fun to watch, or even like making people want to watch it. The storylines have been bad. All-star games, things like that have just been terrible, right? Go and watch a San Antonio Spurs game. And I'm not just saying this as a Spurs fan. I'm saying this as someone who loves basketball.
Yeah.
Watching Victor Wembanyama is a thing of absolute beauty, right? Because he plays basketball the right way, right? Like he always makes the right play. But you can tell whenever he wants to take the game over, at 7'4", quote unquote, he's taller than that.
Yeah.
But at 7 foot whatever, he can dominate every single aspect of that game. And it looks so effortless. It's like the way that he blocks shots on defense looks so effortless at times. The way that he can handle the ball, go up court, take 2 steps, and then dunk on somebody. It's such beautiful basketball to watch.
And Tommy's gonna maybe agree with me. That kid from Dallas, I just forgot his name. Cooper Flag looks the part too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he came out questionable the first 5 games. Once he got up to speed, I mean, he is absolutely amazing. And
I mean, he's a certified bucket getter. Like that's the one thing with him. And like, he's not afraid of the moment. You see a lot of rookies come in and they're afraid of the moment. I look at what the Western Conference has right now in basketball with what Oklahoma City has with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, like that whole team right there. With what Dallas is going to have in the future. I know they traded Anthony Davis today. They're building for the future, because Cooper Flag is a guy that can take this team to the next level. With what San Antonio has with Victor Wembanyama, and then let's not forget about like the Denver Nuggets with Nikola Jokic, who is, and I know it's sacrilege to say this, he might be the greatest basketball player we've ever seen, and nobody talks about it. It's insane what he's able to do at his size, just dominating every aspect of the game.
I don't think he's the greatest, but he is what Arvydas Sabonis would have been at his prime in the NBA.
I mean, I get it, right? Because we grew up with a certain generation. We're always going to be loyal to Michael Jordan.
No, it's not Jordan. It's the quality of players that were in that whole generation with Jordan. The Larry Bird, the Magic Johnson, the Sean Kemp. I mean, there was no time better for basketball than that time, because the talent was just out of this world. But we got some kids coming up that Wembanyama, Cooper Flag, this kid from Chicago, Brazelis, there's some, you just see all this and you're like, wow, hopefully the NBA will understand that it needs to turn a leaf or something, needs to turn something to become what it was, because it's for a long time, and you're right, it was unwatchable.
And I think it goes back to what you had mentioned earlier about like the basketball that we watch. Obviously, we're of a certain generation. The basketball we watch, you had guys like Kobe Bryant, like Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, where winning wasn't just life, it was everything. You needed to win more than you needed air, where it got passed on to like the Dwayne Wades and the LeBron James and people like that. And you're like, okay, well, like we'll never see another freak athlete the way that we've seen LeBron James, right? That is one of one. It'll never happen again. but he just didn't do the things that made you love him the way Jordan made you love him. So
Kobe.
we're completely
Kobe.
different.
You gotta put Kobe almost in the same sentence as Jordan.
Basically the same guy. They're the Spider-Man meme in my mind, right?
Yeah.
Like they're so damn good.
Yeah,
All right, it's been an hour. We finally we limped towards the finish line.
I lasted an hour.
Look at that! Wow, he was on the come up. I want to get to one more comment before I let you go, Augustine. Ashley said, because it is new, these are the next gen that literally were built and trained their whole lives for it, like UFC fighters before the best, Gracie, Shamrock, Liddell. Now it's like the kids.
Nice, Ashley. I love it.
I was about to say, she was dropping some knowledge on us right
Oh,
there.
yeah. It's been a while since anybody said Royce Gracie.
Or Ken Shamrock, dude. Or Chuck Liddell. Jesus, like... Dude,
Yeah.
I'm not even a big MMA fan, and I know all those names.
Yeah, or Augustine Pimentel.
I think that's a good spot to end it. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.